You say that Biden had an atrocious economy?
Correct, and Trump's been president for like 104 days. And
with the tariffs?
Gas is down, eggs are down. Actually, let me look at this. Can you look at this chart for me? You see inflation drops to 2.4% in March, lower than expected. Thank you, President Trump. You see it was going up right here. This was Joe Biden. You see that? Joe Biden, Trump, Joe Biden,
Do you see
Trump,
him at
Joe,
the bottom?
Do you see Joe Biden, Trump? Do you see that? Joe Biden, Trump. And Trump is all the way on the way down. Joe Biden, Trump.
I don't recognize the USA since Trump has taken over.
Hello everyone, I have this video from Charlie where he's approached by this liberal, and the way things develop and unfold is shocking. I'll be offering my perspective as we watch. Let's jump into it.
Hey Charlie.
Yes, sir.
My name is Patrick. I'm a student here. My question to you is, why are you so hypocritical in the way that you look at Trump and Biden? As far as the economy goes, every time he announces a tariff, economy tanks. We saw that twice in March, and then in the most recent one where he announced like the largest or the most tariff percentage.
Do you mean the stock market or the economy?
Everything in general, just like the way
the stock market's back up to even before the tariff announcement.
Yeah, but that's because he took away the tariffs. He took it away because all of his billionaire buddies, more or less, it's true. Elon Musk isn't really on TV anymore because he's lost trillions in Tesla.
He was just in the cabinet meeting last week wearing multiple hats. Did you see that? He said, "I wear many hats."
Nah, I don't watch the.
Well, then why do you say he's not on TV? You said you know what he's on TV. Don't even. What you said he's not on TV anymore. You say you don't watch TV.
I don't. I just see him everywhere. I used to see him everywhere, and then as soon as the tariffs went into effect, he lost trillions in Tesla stock. He stopped showing up. Who was it? Pete Hegseth is a moron.
Hold on. Let's pause at that. Is military recruitment up?
Not sure.
Yes, it is. Is military morale up?
Not sure.
Are military war games up?
Not sure.
Yes. Is military procurement going in the right direction?
Wait,
so hold on a second. You call Pete Hegseth a moron, yet more people want to join our military, and they're happier fighting in our military with Pete Hegseth as head of Secretary of Defense. So that's really weird. Why is he a moron exactly?
Well, because
you know he served in the U.S. military alongside.
Of course, and I appreciate his service.
Is that how you talk to veterans? You call them morons?
No, I don't. And don't say that I do.
That's what. No, but why is he a moron exactly?
Well, because of the 2 Signal chat leaks.
He did not add the reporter into there.
It doesn't matter. Why is he having
Signal's an approved communication platform done by the Biden administration, actually. Do you use Signal? Do you use WhatsApp? Do you use Telegram?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Really? You don't use any messaging apps?
I just use iMessage.
Okay, that's a messaging app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's also a secure one as well. But what is the contention here? You said the hypocrisy. So let me now try to get which person is was more capable of talking to the media, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Neither. Joe Biden, that's my biggest gripe.
Did you have full faith in Joe Biden's ability to complete sentences?
To a certain extent, I did. And then I didn't. After I realized maybe he is too old to be in office, just like Donald Trump, which he will be the oldest president
age
in
has
office.
nothing to do with it. Brain acuity
now
has
it
a lot.
doesn't. It doesn't now, but when Biden was in office,
No,
it
we
did.
never criticized Biden's age. We criticized his lack of knowing where he is and his dementia.
And then that's my point. You talk about Biden when he was dementiated, like you said.
Yes, and okay, Donald Trump has done multiple hours of freewheeling press conferences a week. Joe Biden wouldn't talk to the press for weeks on end. So, but you say that the hypocrisy, I'm very interested. What do you mean by that? Because actually, Joe Biden told us the southern border was an impossible problem to solve and needed Congress to solve. The southern border is so secure right now, we have a 99.99% reduction in all border crossings. And
that's just a fear factor. It's
a fact, actually.
Well, because when Trump is saying that he's going to deport every single immigrant, it makes immigrants not want to come in.
Good for Trump. That's amazing. And by the way, don't call them immigrants. They're line cutters and border jumpers. Immigrants are people that wait in line and fill out the forms and come here correctly. Don't conflate the two. Don't conflate the two. When you border jump, you're not an immigrant. You're something completely different.
A criminal? Is that what you're going to say?
You're not an equivalent.
An equivalent of what? A human?
One is a criminal, one
Okay.
is a rule follower, one is a lawbreaker, one is someone who waits in line.
So should they not have due process?
Well, it depends. You know that there's 3 ways that people don't have to due process in this country?
How?
Because actually, according to the Supreme Court in 2019, if you come across the southern border within 14 days or 100 miles southern border, you could be deported immediately without due process because you're not an American citizen. Supreme Court ruled that. According to the Alien Enemies Act, which President Trump invoked with Kilmar Garcia, there's no due process that is necessary. So, as I have said, you do not need due process for that if you are an illegal alien invader in the interior of this country under those.
Firstly, I would like to say thank you, Charlie, for your tireless and unwavering dedication to fighting for the future of our youth and the future of this nation. Thank you so much. Your hard work, your commitment, and passion are truly inspiring. Yes, they are. And we want to take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate the immense effort that you put each and every day. Thank you so much, Mr. Kirk. In a time when young people are constantly being influenced by various forces, some of which seek to distort values and weaken the principles that have helped build our country, you have stepped forward as a strong advocate for conservative ideas, for truth, and for the empowerment of our youth.
Let me take it back real quick. Let me take it back. You say that Biden had a atrocious economy.
Correct, and Trump's been president for like 104 days.
Yeah, and with the tariffs,
gas is down, eggs are down. Actually, let me look at this. Can you look at this chart for me? You see inflation drops to 2.4% in March, lower than expected. Thank you, President Trump. You see it was going up right here. This was Joe Biden. You see that? Joe Biden, Trump. Joe Biden,
Do you see
Trump.
him at the bottom?
Do you see Joe Biden, Trump? Do you see that? Joe Biden, Trump. And Trump is all the way on the way down. Joe Biden, Trump. Can you do it with me? Joe Biden, Trump. Joe Biden, Trump. Do you want? I'll sign this for you. Do you want it?
Actually, yeah. Can you?
I will. Yeah.
My buddy, he also doesn't have a brain.
Doesn't have a brain. Okay.
Yeah. It's okay. He's still my friend though. So I just want you.
You got to hold it up for the camera.
If.
There you go. Inflation is down, everybody.
All right. I just want you, if at the end of Trump's presidency, and he overall it's a failure, will you admit that it was a failure?
I mean, yeah.
The tariffs are a failure. You can admit that.
Hold on a second. But first of all, what you consider to be a failure, I consider a roaring success. I think border secure is very good.
I'm not talking about border.
Hold on.
I'm
I
talking
think
about
manufacturing
tariffs.
jobs coming up is very good. Like, yes, if some things don't go well, I will be honest about it. But even right now, we're not agreeing on success or failure. You're saying Trump is failing, and yet inflation is going down. We're bringing jobs back to the country. We had a better jobs report than anybody expected last week. The stock market has fully recovered. We're about to get no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. So all of those things will work, and you're going to see the opening of the American economy unlike anything ever before. I believe we'll see the end of the Russian-Ukrainian war. I believe we're finally going to see no men and female sports, no chemical castration of kids. And he's already delivered on all those promises.
Well,
so let me ask you.
I hope.
You were a big Biden supporter, right?
Not really. I mean, he was just well, actually, when Kamala was on the ticket, I'd rather vote for her than Trump, so I voted for her.
Fine. Hold on. Okay. So, but I mean, you're bashing on Trump. What was Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's biggest accomplishment? What was the one that really got you excited?
The Chips and Science Act.
Oh, the Chips and Science Act. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else?
And nobody even knows what the Chips and Science Act is.
No, I know what it is.
I know, but I'm not talking about them. Obviously, you know this is your job. But all I'm saying is when Biden left office, the inflation rate was at 2.4%, right? Yeah, 2.4% as you showed me. At the very end of his presidency, and when Trump announced his tariffs, both times it rose inflation to a staggering rate. Eventually, on the last round of tariffs, before the most recent one, when he, I'm blanking.
We got to get to the next question.
All right, well,
final thing is this.
This is what it looks like to dislike someone and you have zero idea why. They come up with regurgitated nonsense and don't like it when their nonsense is rebutted with truth or facts. They just hate to hate. Can you imagine? They just hate to hate. It's like saying, I'm a Democrat because CNN told me so. Absolute brainwashing. Absolute brainwashing. I just love how Charlie puts these people in their place with real facts and not lies. Yeah, it's crazy. Literally, ladies and gentlemen, it's crazy.
What do you think it says about our country that he won the popular vote?
I think that we have not recovered from COVID. And they forgot how bad he was. And they believe that when he was talking about he wasn't talking about any of them. And it's going to hurt.
So you think because he campaigned on a ton of issues, and it seems like he's keeping his promises. One of his biggest issues he campaigned on was illegal immigration, because we've seen just so much crime from illegal immigrants coming over.
Who?
And
Where? Who? Yeah, who did that?
You
seriously? You actually believe that?
Do you think that it's false about these crimes?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think they're lying about?
Everything. And that was one of them.
You don't think that people are getting deported for raping and murdering people in this country?
No.
Do you think that the police are lying about that? Do you think Laken Riley wasn't really murdered?
Okay, think about it.
Do you think Laken Riley was murdered?
Yes, she was.
By who?
By an undocumented immigrant.
An illegal alien. So that is something that's happening.
Undocumented immigrant.
We can call them whatever they are, but they're not supposed to be here.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
How is it that you know her name?
Because it was reported on.
So how is it that...
How do you know her name?
Because I keep hearing about it all the time.
What do you know about it?
I just told you what I knew about it.
You know that an illegal alien came in and murdered her, and an illegal alien who was detained.
So what planet did the alien come from?
Where did he come from? From Mexico? I don't know.
So Mexico's where aliens are now?
Some know. If they cross into our country, then yeah, they are aliens.
Asking the question again.
Does it matter what we call? What do you call Laken Riley?
I call her someone who was a victim.
Who was a victim, yeah, and you're more concerned about how you wanted to... I'm talking to you. You're more concerned about what we call her murderer than how we remember her and talk about the crimes committed against her.
In John 15 verse 18, Jesus Christ, he told us, if the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. This is a powerful reminder that we are not alone in facing rejection or persecution for standing up for what is right, ladies and gentlemen. Literally, Jesus experienced hatred, opposition because of the truth that he shared. Yes, and his followers too also face similar challenges. You see? So, however, we should not be discouraged. Never. Instead, we can find comfort in knowing that we are walking in his footsteps. In summary, preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ is an incredibly worthwhile mission. It brings about transformation, fosters love, hope, justice, truth, and brings about God's divine command. It grants eternal significance, brings deep joy to those who embrace it. Ultimately, it's the greatest gift we can offer, bringing lasting change to individuals and communities alike, and reflecting God's love and purpose for the world, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the next one. Don't forget to like, to comment, and subscribe. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye for now.